What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for March 2nd, 2023. So, we actually have something back sooner than I was expecting, and as much as people might think is very pay to win, I like it because it gives everybody a chance to buy some stuff in the marketplace, in the auction house, because prices do drop. Yes, we do have the Soul Awakening session returning this week with the Soul Awakening Gala. So you have a chance at Essence Sublimation chest. I think it's only like the 45,000 chest, but hey, it is what it is. But the most important part is going to crash the prices on the auction house. And this guy really wants to snag himself a Fairy Queen Vesa copy. We'll see. Maybe. It just depends on if depends on how low the prices actually drop this week. We do have Star Expedition going on right now, so I'm guessing those prices still might be hot, but it just depends on how many people get lucky and roll a A- hero or higher. Maybe you get lucky this time, and maybe I do. We'll have to see. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's talk about the news, and let's get going. Okay, let's start off with it. So they decided to put Phantom Defier Elena on here. Why? Don't really know. She looks cool, so that's awesome. But we are getting 4 Imps Adventure Dice and 100 Jellyfish, I guess. So the Jellyfish are going to be for the campaign event this week, in which we need to do Imps Adventure as well to get the maximum amount of those Jellyfish. So this one's actually a pretty solid shelter because like every one of these normal 4-faction heroes are Transcendence heroes. They're not really great by themselves because like Vesa by herself doesn't do anything, although she's a good householder for Vesa. Actually she's a priest, so I don't know if she's the best one for that first slot. Don't really know. Shia. So Shia can clear Sealand 20, but of course you really have so many better options to clearing Sealand 20 than a Shia, but she's an awesome hero to awaken. We got Queen, of course, if you need more awaken copies there, which this is the first time we've seen a non-elite hero, I think, in the shelter. Normally every hero is an elite hero. Queen is not an elite hero. That's interesting. And then Azrael is Azrael. I mean, he's not really a super great hero or anything like that, but you do need to snag all these to get these extra 20 dice if you want to come away from Imp's Adventure event with any decent rewards, and any decent rewards includes this 4-faction 5-star hero chest. The usual, you're getting 50 of the campaign event currency for every single tier you get to. I don't think there's any special events to get additional dice or anything in this week's event, so just hope you get to that chest. Getting as many 5-star hero chests, even if you're just using them for soul awakenings, that's fine. Just get as many as you can. Plus, that gives you better options for this event, the Deep Sea Treasure event, which has, you know, Star Spawn cores. It has the artifact selection chest, the flag chest, if that's something you're going for tenants already. So there's lots of options here. At the bare minimum, though, you should come away with 2,500 free to play. Just snag this chest right here, and then some just, you know, some resources down the road. It's funny how this event has changed so much to always buy profit orbs to actually save up and get these, or just grab the chest because the chest is free. It used to be like 3,000 to get a decent hero copy. Now it's like every hero copy in the game is 2,500, which is pretty good. Honestly, though, in my eyes, even more than the pay-to-win artifact, the Star Spawn cores, I think, are the most important thing, especially for free-to-play players to chase after, because this is how you're going to max out your Star Spawn up to 140, which then lets you start, I guess we'll say hatching, the newer versions of the Star Spawns that are even more game-changing and powerful. So, yeah, save up your Universal Crystal Shards, see what you can get from this event. Hopefully you get some every few events. Yeah. Well, again, we said we have the Soul Awakening Gala here. So, this is important. I believe this is only a 45,000 Essence Sublimation chest. I think 90,000 is only the Watermelon. I know it's not the 30,000 because that's a very specific chest they give out. This one should be 45,000. And then there's also the pay-to-win artifact chest that does have the purple gilded fan, in case you guys were wondering. Is this worth going for? Yeah, sadly, there's no retirement event this week like we had with the last Soul Awakening session, which was just so good. It was so amazing. We'll talk about that a little more in detail later today, too, about strategies and stuff. But this one's an easier one to get to 100 here. I think it takes, like, on the low end, like, maybe 20 attempts, whereas this one's going to take about 30. I've usually gotten this in about 22. but that does mean recycling heroes you're using. Even if you start at like 11 to 1500 contract starry gems, if you're awakening heroes that you're gonna retire and get refunds back, it might be worthwhile. But then again, it is much harder when we don't have the bonus retirement event, which we do not have this week. So be prepared. You might want to save up for the next one. We'll have to see. But there is the Soul Awakening session. So basically what this is once you get 200 points, so not 150, you need to go up to 200 points in the Soul Awakening Gala. Don't let this deceive you like you have to get over 100 points. No. Over 200 points to get onto this leaderboard. Once you get onto the 200, you'll be guaranteed the B- copy. We've never had any of these other categories actually happen. They might as well just get rid of them and just leave them. Wonder Brilliance, because the top 5 players always have more than 10,000 spent or 10,000 points. Like, it just always happens. It would be amazing one of these days if it does drop down lower. I don't think it will. But even if it does, it incentivizes the people at the very top to push harder to get a better one. So it is what it is. But 200, if you do go for 150, it might be worthwhile to push just a little further to 200. That way you're guaranteeing a B- Soul Awakening stone. But again, is B- really that worth it? I mean, that's kind of what you use on like tenants, essentially. The best was when we had the VIP event back at Black Friday where like VIP 13s could actually just buy a B+ stone. That was actually pretty sweet. But yeah, B-, it is what it is. The one nice thing about the Soul Awakening session, though, is that a lot of people are going to be doing Awakenings. Not as many as the retirement event, though, sadly. That was just so good. Again, I wish they just made the retirement event of like a permanent thing when Soul Awakening session came around, because it really does flood the market and drop the prices. It should still flood the market decently, just not as much. We also have the Soul contract for the 4 regular factions, so you can get up to 400 contract starry gems this week. It does have to be a 6-star of each one of these factions and cannot be a puppet. If you have any puppets in the bag, that will not work. So get ready to funnel your resources to your main account like I do every single time. We do also have the Shadow Moon treasure boxes for a specific number of points that you get from, I believe, oh man, I forget. I think it's talking about your Imps Adventure dice and your resources spent in the Deep Sea Treasure event. Let me actually read what it is. Yeah, it just says consume ordinary dice and blue hat jellyfish to get points. So yeah, I think there's actually a clarification on WeChat, actually. Let me check that real quick here. I think there was, it was talking about exactly how many of each you need to get points. But there is, you notice, a new box on here. The 300 point box is a new one, and that is a new chest right there. Essentially what that chest is right there is the new version of this one. So this has the newest 3 heroes. So what, Elena, Vulcan, and Ilamok. Vulcan, Ilamok, and it should. I don't know if it has Ilamok, but it should have the newer hero in it for sure. So it says every 1 normal dice you use will get you 1 point, up to 500 points total, and every 10 jellyfish points will get you 1. So what, you should come away with 2,500. So what's that, 250? You'll get over 300. So you should get 1 of every one of these chests, even as a free to play. That should be a thing. And like I said, the confirmation was, what is the Snow Moon box? 300. The 300 point box, you can choose one of the following: Vulcan, Elena, or Ilamok. So yes, it is confirmed that Ilamok is in this box, which is pretty sweet. We do have an adventure pack if you want triple the points. Right here. Yep, get the triple points and 2 times in adventure rewards. You get some universal crystal shards. Actually, did this have a price tag on it on WeChat? Did it? It is a $50 USD pack, or at least it should be. That should be the translation. And of course, we have the regular packs. They're throwing a ton of glorious relics at us lately. Hey, that's fine. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll catch you guys next time.